we're looking live at this amazing Harley-Davidson motorcycle. This is an exciting day for us to be outside because today we're going to talk about motorcycle safety, and it's something that really should be on the minds of everyone, whether you're a biker yourself or you're just a driver and out on the roads, because there are going to be so many motorcycles this Labor Day weekend out and about.
Everyone's got to be safe, so we've got Greg White with us here. He is from the Ride Alive Motorcycle Academy to give us some tips on how to be a little safer driving during the Harley Fest, right?
Absolutely. As you know, there's going to be a whole bunch of bikers out there. And the biggest thing that we want everybody to realize is that we want everybody to have some fun. We want everybody to go out there, but we also want them to make it back home again.
What's the biggest mistake, in your opinion, that drivers of cars, automobiles, trucks usually make as it relates to being out on the road with motorcyclists?
I don't really think there's a huge, one simple mistake. I think a lot of it just boils down to everybody just needs to slow down a little bit, take the time to actually look. I guess we have a great prop here because you can see the size of this bike.
This hog's beautiful.
Thank you.
Almost the size of a semi,
Almost the size of a semi, but comparative to the semi, people can't see us that well.
Yeah.
So just take the extra time to look out there and say to yourself, did I really see something or didn't I see something?
Yeah.
Clearly wearing a helmet's important, but another thing you wanted to kind of show us is this great test about how to test your peripheral vision, because one thing you said is we think we have a really great peripheral, but we always don't. And you've got a great test to kind of illustrate how maybe good or not so good our vision can be, correct?
That is correct. So,
all right, and all it needs is a deck of a card.
Yeah, which I just happen to have some of those.
Okay.
You know?
Look at that.
See,
He's a magician,
you have to be
too.
prepared.
You're either a gambler or you're good at testing peripheral vision, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of both. That's how I'm so good at gambling. So what I'd like you to do is just take any card that you want.
Okay.
Who's going to be my testee?
She's going to
I'll
test.
do the test.
Oh, okay,
so
all right.
I'll take this. Is it okay if I look at it?
Yeah, you can look at it.
Okay, so it's a 4 of clubs, okay?
right.
And I'll hand it to Tiff.
All right, so Tiffany, you're just going to stand in front of Molly.
Okay.
And Molly, I want you to just look straight at Tiffany.
Okay.
And I don't want you to cheat now.
Okay.
Don't cheat.
And make sure she doesn't cheat. She's
No
going to look at
cheating.
the card.
Okay.
Now, what I want you to do is I want you to tell me when you can see
Hold
something.
that up for the camera again, Greg, so people can see what, not you, Molly.
Oh, okay.
No, not
I
you.
can only see the back of it.
So I
Okay.
want you to tell me when you can see something in your peripheral vision. Okay. So I'm going to start here, roughly about 90 degrees away,
Okay.
and I'm going to move in.
I can see something.
Okay, so she can see something. Her peripheral vision is pretty good. All right?
Okay.
Now I'd like you to tell me when you can see the color.
Okay.
Keep looking at me.
Don't look
Black.
black. Okay. Now what I'd like you to do is tell me when can you see the suit.
Keep looking at me.
No.
Wow.
Okay? And when can you tell me the number?
Spade.
Very good. All right. So as you can see, by looking and doing this test here,
So it was the 6 of spades that she was looking
right,
at.
she was looking
And
at
I
6 of
couldn't tell the
spades.
number, and it was almost right in front of me.
Exactly.
What does that mean when it comes to bicyclists?
What it means to motorcyclists and car drivers as a whole is that instead of just coming up to a stop sign and going, well, yeah, looks good, okay, you actually need to look.
Yeah.
Because again, us as compared to something this large, we can fit in some small spaces. We are agile, but at the same time, we're also very vulnerable.
One of the things I was reading about is that a lot of people think in terms of miles per hour, but you actually think in terms of feet per second or per minute, right?
Correct. We look at feet per second because everybody understands 60 miles an hour, or they understand 30 miles an hour. So if you take an average speed of 30 miles an hour, just a general rule is if you take your speed times 1.5, that'll equal how many feet per second you're traveling.
Let's get a shot of the mirror here, because that's one of the things. There's 2 mirrors on either side. Like a car, you have side mirrors, but it's not like you have a rear view mirror.
No, you don't.
As a motorcyclist, are you ever looking over your shoulder or behind you?
Absolutely. Blind spots are the biggest things, and that's where a lot of motorcyclists get themselves in trouble. They put themselves in the blind spots, and that's where car drivers can help them out for some of the times they may lapse and say, yep, there is somebody back there.
Yeah.
Well, and you said motorcycle deaths, they went up last year in Wisconsin. Why do you think that is? Is it that people are, they're either on their phone, they're distracted, or what is the reason maybe behind it?
Well, motorcycling as a whole is risky.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors that you can take into account when somebody does end up unfortunately crashing. Those can be environmental factors or speed or unfortunately alcohol. Distractions though are some of the biggest things.
Yeah.
So as a motorcyclist and as a car driver, just limiting those risks, taking some of those possibilities out of the realm can help keep you safe out there.
What's a good way for people? How do you, in what way do you teach people motorcycle safety? How can people learn more?
There's a lot of different areas that you can go to. We have our school, ridealive.net. We have other private schools in the area. There are tech schools in the area. Obviously, as you know, Harley runs their own program. Us as a whole, as a company, we're not looking for you to come to us. This is not why we're here. We're just looking for everybody to get out there and get some sort of training.
And be safer. But it is interesting that you also teach experienced riders. What do experienced riders need to learn? I mean, I would think that if you've been riding for a lot of years, you're thinking, I know what I'm doing. I don't need to take a class or go to an academy.
Exactly, and that's part of the issue that we have. Is some people, I don't want to say complacent seems like a strong word, but you get comfortable in your zone, and it's like, oh yeah, I have it, I got it, not a problem.
Yeah.
Once you take an additional course, you have somebody who can look at you and say, do you know you're doing this? Do you know you're doing that? Oh, I never realized that.
I think it's great. So for beginners as well as experienced riders, we're going to put up the information on how people can learn more at your school. So it's Ride Alive Motorcycle Academy. The phone number for more information is 414-807-7965. RideAlive.net is the website to visit. Great to have you here. Great test.
Yeah.
I honestly could not tell the number and the suit until that card was like right in front of my face.
Great test.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you very
good.
much.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Nice
Greg.
to have you on the show.
Thank you.